Looking back at that album, like I said, it turns 25 this year. What was your favorite memory making that album?
Favorite memory making the album. I don't know if I have a favorite memory. I think it was cool to be able to watch maturity or embracing maturity. I think that was the the best thing, because I think that, like I said, we could have stayed doing the same thing, and to go out and basically change people's minds, whether from the for better, for worse, whatever, you know what I'm saying, no pun,
Right.
but to have people's minds and just to make the challenge and to put it different. I think that was, it took a lot to do that, you know what I'm saying, to just change. So I think that would be my most memorable thing. Like, okay, yeah, we did something that if you listen to this album, you listen to that album, you wouldn't think that. I mean, voice wise or whatever, you probably can hear the same, but content wise, it wasn't the same, I thought.
Do you remember what the reception was like?
Um,
Whether from reviewers or the fans of the first album going into the second album, were they receptive, or was it kind of like?
our old fans wasn't receptive, but we gained a new fan, and so I thought that was cool, because it was like, okay, like, yeah, maybe the old people don't like it because it's not this, but if we're trying to shed what we didn't like in that old fan or whatever we were trying to present, it's good to have these new fans. And it's even today, like, even if you go to a concert today, somebody that, if you say that you're going to go do Bizarre Ride, that's one crowd, and if you're going to say you're going to do Lab Cabin, that's a whole different crowd,
Right.
you know. And so it works to our advantage, because some days you feel like this and some days you feel like that, you know what I'm saying. And I think that's the best thing that you, like I said in the beginning, that's the kind of best thing you want to just show a time period of that I could be this person, I could be this person, I could be this person, I could be this person. So it works, like I said, it works to our advantage.
I remember you guys coming to Indianapolis on tour with Cypress Hill. Cypress Hill was probably at the top of their game at the time. Did that expose you to a whole new crowd and maybe take you to another level? Or
For sure. Like I mentioned, Paul Stewart basically was a conduit of that situation. Paul Stewart introduced us to Cypress Hill. He was working with Warren G. He also worked with John Singletary, which at that time, John Singletary and Ice Cube was doing business. And we met Hyro Crew from Paul. That was all, like, the whole section. So we knew of each other, but it definitely was a different crowd to get with Cypress, because I think that it's weird, but since we are somewhat old school, we used to go to lowrider shows and stuff like that. We do more shows with, like, Lighter Shade of Brown or Kid Frost and stuff like that, doing lowrider shows. So to do Cypress, which was they were lowrider, but it was like this new version of Hispanic Latin rap, you know what I'm saying? And their crowds just huge, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Cypress is just like a whole new, like, thing. So to go out with them, hell yeah, it was like, and 311, like, it was just like, that was just like a big thing, you know what I'm saying? Because here you have this very alternative rock type thing, then you have this big alternative rock hip hop group, and then it was us, and it's like, oh wow, like, we get to be tossed in that. So yeah, I mean, between those and Lollapaloozas and stuff like that, like going back to back, that definitely helped our first album a lot. Like I said, it was bad to see, like at the time, like man, are we really playing ourselves? Because it was that feeling at the same time. But I think that's how. I know if you try to get popular, I just think like you're gonna do stuff you don't necessarily agree with, and you don't realize it until you did it already. Sometimes, like, damn, did I really play myself right there? You know what I'm saying? And then you can only deal with the aftermath of your psyche, whatever is playing on you.
Did that album do what you expected it to do?
I don't think I've had any expectations of an album to. Do I believe that it's a certain way and we still won't find out? I think so. I find it hard to believe that it's not gold. Just from hearing Running, and I just think that like for the song to still get on different soundtracks and stuff like that, like it's still prevalent in some type of way. And I see other people whose record doesn't make a soundtrack or something like that, is not as prevalent, if I could say that.
Right.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that these people who hear the song don't go and say, let me check out the whole rest of the album, check out the rest of the thing. But with the whole physical kind of thing being out of it, and it's a streaming situation, I don't know if there's a way that you can combine streaming activity to physical activity.
Right.
Within that time period. So I don't know. But no, I mean, I don't expect anything to do anything. You know what I'm saying? You
put your heart into it.
Yeah, you just gotta let it go. I mean, but at the same time, it's our Reggie Andrews told us like a record is like a kid, like your baby. You know, and if you talk about somebody's song, that's like saying their baby is ugly. It's like that's like saying you never say that. It's like saying somebody's baby's ugly.
Right.
So being that, I just look at like if every record is kind of like your baby, you're going to, you know, depending what kind of parent you are, I want my baby to wear some Jordans. I want, you know what I'm saying? So you're going to invest into your baby. And so I think that could be one of the biggest differences now of record making, that you're just watching your budget overall, right. Whether it's time, whether it's money, with everything, because basically, do you invest in something that people may not hold for a long time? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, am I investing too much into this project that probably only lasts a month? You know what I'm saying? I spent 6 months or whatever putting this money, doing whatever, and I'm only going to get 2 weeks of solid attention to the record. So I think that draws away from people wanting to invest so much into records. And so now people, you know, of course you're just going to get people spitting out whatever is just, you know, something random. And it works sometimes it don't. I guess that's just, we're in a very high information demanding type of society. So I think that it's not to say that you're never going to get listened to. It's the thing of, do you keep people drawing back to you to listen to the next, to listen to the next, to listen to the next, you know? But I don't know, we'll see. I think this Jay Electronica album that just dropped will be will be like a whole thing to see, like, okay, this is, he had time. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
that's the way it should be.
But I'm saying like is it bad if it turns out to be that project that it's supposed to be, that kind of makes his theory somewhat right, that yeah, you need to spend time to master what you're gonna say or put out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, I mean, I've seen Jay Electronica. We've done shows with Jay Electronica like 4 or 5 times. You know what I'm saying? You don't even ask him like, "Oh man, what's up with that album?" You know what I'm saying?
3 times and it's coming. You know.
Yeah.
You just gotta be patient. Have
Yeah.
you heard the album so far?
I haven't heard it.
Okay.
I haven't heard it, but I'm gonna definitely get it today and peep it out. I mean, just because I think it has to be something dynamic on there that he's saying if you break it down. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's something that's gonna hit you at first, like, oh man, he said this, but I think it's something like, oh wow, like I didn't even piece that together. Yeah.
Replay worthy, replay value.
Yeah, for sure.